Now, with this being an Now, with this,
don't start that soon. If you're thinking of moving to Colorado, or maybe you're here already and you're looking at maybe making a switch and you're looking for the ultimate Colorado experience, well, we're talking Solstice and Sterling Ranch today. Both communities are some of the best when it comes to what Colorado has to offer.
So when Will is talking Colorado lifestyle, we are talking access to water, we're talking access to mountains and some of the best hiking that you can find here in Colorado, all while still being less than 45 minutes from downtown.
Water, yes, Colorado has water. We have some of the best water, not just drinking water, which we do, but we also have water here recreationally in several suburbs. But today specifically where we're at is one of the best reservoirs that you guys will find. And we are definitely well inside of an hour to the mountains as far as everything you can do there, which has even more water with those mountains. But either way, one of our favorite spots. Super excited to show you guys everything you want to know.
So what we're going to do in today's video, we are going to start off right here at Solstice. We're going to give you guys an idea of what exactly you can find here in terms of builders, pricing, and amenities. Right after that, we are going to tour one of the Shea homes that is available right now here in Solstice. And then we're going to head down south about 8 minutes to check out Sterling Ranch. So let's get right to it. All right, now before we jump into all of the facts and information about Solstice, I first want to give you guys a little bit of perspective and show you on a map where this is going to sit in relation to Denver and a couple other notable Colorado landmarks that might be important to you. Okay, so starting off, we've got Denver right here in the middle of the state, essentially. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head down southwest from Denver. Right down here, we can trace Highway 85 or Santa Fe coming all the way down. And then as we start zooming in, you're going to see right here in the center, Chatfield State Park. If we scroll down just to the southern border of Chatfield, you're going to see this community right here, which is going to be Solstice. And you can see right here that Solstice in and of itself is literally surrounded on the entire west, north, and northeast side by Chatfield State Park. And we're gonna get into what exactly Chatfield State Park is here in just a moment. But for now, I wanna show you guys what to expect with the highway situation out here. You're going to see these two major intersections. This one coming up and down here, this is called Highway 85 or Santa Fe. Then you're going to have this one going east and west that is going to be 470. 85 is ultimately going to take you all the way down here to Castle Pines and Castle Rock when it connects back with I-25 over here on the east hand side. If you take Santa Fe all the way up north, that eventually is going to take you all the way to Denver. So you really do have a direct shot to Denver here from Solstice. The big east-west highway here, 470, this is either going to take you all the way out east towards DIA, Denver International Airport, or if you take it out here west where it turns to go up north, this is eventually going to take you all the way out to connect with I-70, which is going to take you all the way into the mountains and any of the top ski resorts you could possibly want to visit. Now let's talk some of the travel times. You're going to be looking at about 35 minutes to downtown Denver. You're looking at about 45 minutes to Denver International Airport, and you're looking at about 20 to 25 minutes to Denver Tech Center or DTC. All right, real quick before we move on, we do have the ultimate relocation guide available for you guys. So if you have not downloaded that yet, look in the description of this video. It has tons of helpful information for wherever you're looking to move from to Colorado, in addition to our local area guide. So click that link below and let's get right back to it.
All right, now that you guys have checked everything out you need to know as far as his enhanced version of just me giving the clock reference, I still love the clock reference. This is definitely a lot better and more specific, but we're gonna be talking specifically about types of homes you can get here in Solstice. So everything here is Shea homes.
Correct.
They start in the low to mid 700s. And they offer a ton of different things. You've got a lot of parks that we're gonna be showing you guys via drone footage, a lot of greenbelt opportunities as far as the lots you have, not necessarily backing up to a neighbor if that's something that's important to you, but either way, really cool layout. We're gonna dive into some details on that and give you guys a full tour of one of the homes.
That's right. Now, if you're not familiar with Shea as a builder, S-H-E-A, we'll show their logo on the screen right now.
Shea!
They are one of our favorite builders. And
that's a dad joke. They're not good. I know.
Is it?
Yeah, like, hey, Shay.
Oh, I got it.
Hey,
Okay.
hi, Shay.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the explainer.
Horrible.
So Shay Homes, they are one of our personal favorites, and notoriously in Colorado, they are known to be one of the high-end, big-name builders that's out there, right? You're always going to find Toll Brothers as one of the high-end ones, is very popular out here. Shay is definitely on that same level, and I might even give a slight edge to Shay, just because their consistency in their product and their type of home that they make has been very good all across the board. You've never had a bad experience.
And just bang for buck with price point. They're actually a little bit more competitive than Toll Brothers when it comes to overall price point. We've probably helped purchase clients probably 25 to 30 Shay homes in the past 2 years specifically, and we've had nothing but great reviews from them and what they like. So definitely a contender, especially when it looks at overall price point.
Now, with this being an exclusive Shay home community, and by exclusive, I mean Shay is the only builder here. This is a Shay Homes community. You are still going to find a good variety in types of homes. So that's one of the things you may be a little concerned about. Say, is it all going to be cookie cutter? No, they're not all the same. Shay has a wide variety, and on top of that, the HOA boards out here, they make sure that you don't have one model going right next to the same model with the same design and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of variety out here.
You do, and then some of it is just also just builder specs. Some people like covered patios. Some people, they don't ask for that on their model. A lot of the different exterior finishes, as far as like the outside of your home, is also different. So when you guys start getting into specifics, and we'll show you on some of the B-roll and drone footage, you'll realize there's just a lot of different finishes, a lot of different looks that you guys can have. Definitely not a cookie cutter neighborhood.
Now, one of the reasons you may choose Solstice over Sterling Ranch is your proximity to Chatfield State Park.
Yes.
Or Chatfield Reservoir.
Yes.
Now, this is a massive, massive state park where we can literally see the reservoir right there and right there. And one of the best things that people like about Chatfield is it is a very popular boating lake.
Correct.
Now, boating is extremely here and popular. However, in the metro area, there are very limited places to do it. Chatfield State Park and Cherry Creek State Park are going to be your most popular options.
That allow motorboats.
That allow motorboats,
Correct.
yes. Motorized vehicles, motorized water vehicles.
He doesn't want to say motorboat because he feels the joke coming and he doesn't want to say it, and he's not going to say it, but we all said it, so we all know it. Motorboat. You're allowed to have a motorboat out there. Now, Aurora Reservoir, for example, you can only have paddleboat, right? So more specifically, as much water as we have out here in the different communities, not every one of them offers that opportunity to have, right? So it's definitely something unique that you guys can take advantage of.
It is, and there is a massive camping site out there. You've got a lot of fishing out in Chatfield, and just views and wildlife for days. If you're living here in Solstice, you might see a bald eagle or two flying around the park. It is a very cool, hey, there we go.
I'm just full of jokes today.
I know, that's good. It's like your third one in 2 minutes. Chatfield is a big, big draw for a lot of people here. Now that we've learned a little bit about the homes and the lifestyle out here, let's go check out one of the homes.
Before we do, let's talk about, should we be talking about Roxborough Park, or should we save that?
Yeah, let's
save that for later. Let's go check out some homes, and we'll show you guys some Roxborough Park as well. All right, now you guys know the drill. Some things that we love, especially when it comes to custom home builders, semi-custom home builders, are things like this large covered patios. Now, something that's becoming more popular, we've covered this in the past couple of videos, are these large front patios, especially when you've got these nice quiet neighborhoods. People go for walks. You've got the trick-or-treaters out during Halloween. Like, this is such a great spot to just enjoy. I think what builders are starting to come to find out is that a lot of people do love hanging out on the front porch, sometimes just as much as the back patio, right? So having this covered, having some recessed lighting, super great touch. Obviously the stone and your Ring doorbell already installed. Things like this are just awesome that Shay provides. Now, another thing that might seem silly, but it's a big deal, and it's a big deal for all of our clients, hardwood floors on the stairs. This is awesome. A lot of your builders, believe it or not, even some of your upper scale builders do not offer this unless you just have to do that on your own. As you walk into the main living, you've got floor to ceiling stone all the way through this popped out gorgeous fireplace. So things like this are just awesome and things that you don't have to do on your own. They take care of this for you. As we go through here, you guys can see your large kitchen. Great large walk-in pantry, but something else that's been finished is this nice mudroom back here, just off of the garage. Hey, Will, what's the big deal? Not a big deal, I get it, but it's a convenience factor when it's finished for you, but more importantly, is this here. You've got a walk-in closet for jackets and things like that. This is something that you typically don't see square footage allocated for, but if you have several family members or kiddos or guests, whatever it may be, all of us know what happens when you come through the garage. You need a lot more space than just typically what is offered in these mudrooms. So square footage here, game changer for just day-to-day usability with your square footage.
All right, now before we go upstairs, I want to show you guys something out here that personally I haven't seen any builder do. First of all, you're gonna notice behind me, the backyard is landscaped. This is something that not a lot of builders offer, and this is almost always on the buyer to do after they move in, which could easily be anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000, very easily. So not only did they finish the landscaping in the backyard, but they really, in my opinion, went above and beyond what you're typically gonna find for a lot of builder landscaping. So not only did they landscape it, but they did some really, really good above and beyond landscaping, in my opinion. These natural touches like these big river rocks that you're having here, these big sandstone stairs that you have coming down to the backyard, and then right over here, you've got a couple of boulders, and then this beautiful area right here where it is bricked out for a fire pit or fireplace. This is just really cool, guys. And again, you don't see landscaping hardly at all with new builders, let alone this level that they did back here.
Okay, upstairs, really quick, let's talk loft. So right above our main living space, we've got this loft. Now, sometimes you'll see rails here. Sometimes you'll see something like this with drywall and a nice frame. I do like this because you've got some open window here. You can still hear, you can still shout, whatever you have to, you can still look over, but it's a little bit more private as far as if that's what you're looking for, if kids are doing homework, whatever it may be. I like that it's a little bit more closed off. Either way, a lot of builders don't offer this square footage. A lot of times it's just allocated to these grand ceilings, which are beautiful, as you guys can see. Super tall, super luxurious, but it is nice. We're just having this space here for them. It's the usability day-to-day that I love. All right, before we go to the primary, a couple things as far as honorable mentions upstairs. You've got whirlpool, washer and dryer up here. You've got some amazing stone right there in the laundry room, some small touches that just give that nice detailed appeal to what would be, I guess, customary in a luxury home, and some incentives you guys are getting when you're buying Shea homes. Pretty cool, right? Great size primary bedroom. You've got a huge shower. You've got a huge walk-in closet. A lot of times you'll see some tandem closets where one's on one side, one's on the other. You never get quite enough space. I love the size of that one. And you've also got, believe it or not, an oversized linen closet. And that can also be great for just day-to-day. So overall conclusion here before we go to Sterling Ranch and show you guys some more about Roxborough Park and some of the homes in Sterling Ranch. Not only do we have some great finishes and that luxury feel here, but I feel like Shea's paying attention to the overall day-to-day usability of what a home has to be as well. Now, one last thing before we go to Sterling Ranch. This is probably the biggest game changer when it comes to Shea homes is our finishing basements for you guys. You're not gonna wanna miss out, take a look. All right, so this is the secret, not secret, but this is the one unique value add in addition to some of these bigger things that Shea offers where builders are just not doing this right now. Guys, it's probably been several years since builders did finished basements along with your home purchase. Now, what you're looking at is at least 10-foot ceilings. You've got carpet, drywall, flooring, everything. You've got the details on your stairs. And I will say this is upgraded carpet by far. You've got a large room as we walk through here and large walk-in closet. Super big window as far as like safety access and things like that, but check out the bathroom, right? Like great tile, full size. Man, I love this, everything's finished. Great stone on the floors. Some unincorporated space for you guys. This is where your HVAC is at, your tankless water heater, and everything you'd have as far as like your internet and all of your hook-ins. School district, amazing over here when you're looking at proximity to parks, when you're looking at bang for buck, everything you get in this home with all of your upgrades. And guys, at least $100 grand, $125,000 for this basement as it sits right now, and it's all part of your actual home value, right? So super unique value add. I love it. A lot of folks aren't doing it. I think this is a game changer. All right, so wrapping up, Shay, before we head over to Sterling Ranch, they do offer rate buy-down incentives, they do offer closing cost incentives, and they do offer dirt start incentives. You guys are getting everything with this home right here as it stands, just over $1 million. That includes that finished basement and everything else that we talked about. If you guys have questions on that, let us know. More importantly, let's start venturing over to Roxborough Park and Sterling Ranch and see what else we have. Quick overview on Sterling Ranch before we start getting into Google Earth and comparing and contrasting Solstice versus Sterling Ranch, proximity to parks, et cetera, et cetera. But the main difference over here is you've got this community center right behind us. They've got a UC Health Center. They've got dentist office. They've got a restaurant over there.
Great coffee shop.
Great coffee shop. Not that I'm a coffee guy, but when I am a coffee guy, it's this spot. And they do a ton of events for the community overall.
That's right.
They've also got a nice clubhouse that they've built just southwest of us for the community as well. But main thing is that you are significantly closer by 3 miles, so significantly closer to Roxborough Park. And I say significantly because when you're driving, it's not that long. But if you want to go hike those trails or mountain bike those trails, it is literally right outside your backyard here in Sterling Ranch.
And one thing I want to highlight as we're standing in front of the community center right here is that you will find, I would say, a much more robust community here, right? You're going to find a ton of different builders here. So a lot of variety between single family homes and townhomes and single family homes that are low to no maintenance, as in no yard to take care of, but all the square footage that you would want in a single family home. And on top of that, all of the community events that they have here, you're still going to find a wide variety of demographics in terms of the type of people that are living here. But I would say that if you are looking for a little more hustle and bustle, you know, fun things to do on a random Thursday night with the community, Sterling Ranch is going to win. If you're looking for a little bit more of pickleball, walks by the lake and things like that, a little more slower pace, Solstice is going to win.
Correct.
But let's dive into some of the specifics about Sterling Ranch. Let's dive into Roxborough, show you guys some really cool scenery of what exactly Roxborough State Park is. And then at the end, we're gonna go over the pros and cons and the if this, then that scenarios of Sterling Ranch versus Solstice.
Yeah, and I'll say this, they're both great. What might tip the bucket for you is just some of these incentives with Shea Homes and some of those competitive offers that they have. However, they've got some great pre-existing homes and some new builds over here at Sterling Ranch. Also still doing some incentives as well. So either way, you definitely want to dive in because I think they're both great. It might just be predicated on specific home needs that you need or rebates or incentives on that specific home that you're looking at. But either way, I'm excited to see this and let you guys see even more.
Let's dive into it. All right, now directly south of Solstice is the next community that we're going to be diving into here, and that is Sterling Ranch. Now, Sterling Ranch is one of, if not the hottest and fastest growing master plan community in the southern Denver metro area right now. And with good reason. You're located just 5 minutes from Chatfield State Park, and you're located just 5 to maybe 10 minutes from Roxborough State Park. So let's take a look at exactly where we are at here. You guys already saw Chatfield State Park. You already know that Solstice is located right here in this little pocket directly south of Chatfield. Well, if we go just directly south of that, south of Titan Road right here, you're going to see Sterling Ranch. It is a much bigger community than Solstice. Now again, Solstice is going to be a little bit more of a boutique feeling neighborhood, a little bit quieter, a little bit more low key. Sterling Ranch is going to be much bigger, have a much greater community, have a lot more activities, and frankly, they're saying this is pretty much going to be its own little town here in the next 5 to 10 years, and I do believe it. Now, as far as commute times, you're not going to find any significant difference between your travel times to the airport or downtown Denver or DTC if you're living in Solstice or Sterling Ranch. You might have a variable of maybe 3 minutes or so, but for the most part, you're going to be taking the same highways and account of the same traffic. You're living in one versus the other. Now, as I mentioned, Sterling Ranch is going to be a much bigger community. You've got multiple neighborhoods or villages, as they call it, and in addition to that, you do have multiple builders. And ultimately, that means you have a lot of different products at a lot of different price points. Depending on the village, you're going to see builders out there like Richmond, Pulte, Taylor Morrison, Toll Brothers, Truemark, New Home Co., Lennar, you name it, they're probably building out in Sterling Ranch. And what that means is you can find a variety of products like townhomes starting from the 500s all the way up to bigger single family homes on bigger lots starting in the low 900s and going up from there. So really, depending on what type of lifestyle you're looking for and what phase of life you're in and your specific needs, Sterling Ranch definitely has something for you, whereas Solstice might be for a little bit more of a specific type of buyer who is looking for more of those ranch or two-story single family homes. Now, one of the coolest things about Sterling Ranch is how self-contained it feels. That's why I made that comment earlier about it being its own little town, because they really are doing so much build out in there that it is going to really be so contained to where you don't really need to go outside of the neighborhood if you don't want to. Now, a lot of that stuff is to come in the future and is not quite there yet. But for now, you have things like the Overlook Clubhouse. You've got your gym, you've got your pool, you've got your community center. In addition to that, they have over 30 miles of trails and tons of parks and open space. And then you have the Sterling Center, which is right at the entrance to the neighborhood, where they have a UC Health Clinic. You've got a phenomenal coffee shop that is super convenient to hit for coffee or breakfast on your way in or out of the neighborhood. And to top it off, in just that same parking lot, you have a Primrose School, which is one of the premier preschools in the entire area. Now, speaking of schools, both Solstice and Sterling Ranch are both in the Douglas County School District. Despite being a Littleton address, you're not in Littleton schools. So you've got a Littleton address in Douglas County schools, which means for the most part, with maybe a few exceptions, your kids will be feeding into Coyote Creek Elementary, Ranch View Middle School, or Thunder Ridge High School, which is kind of cool because a lot of these schools are in established communities. Like Thunder Ridge is a very popular high school in Highlands Ranch. But if you're living in Sterling Ranch, you will be feeding into that. So even though you are a new community, you have established schools that your kids will be feeding into. There are also 2 new schools coming directly to Highlands Ranch. There's a new Douglas County Elementary School, which is going to be built within Sterling Ranch that is slated to open in 2027. And on top of that, they are building a new John Adams Academy, which is a charter school, and they are breaking ground on that already. And that is going to be a K through 12 charter school. Now, with that being said, as they open, there are only going to be K through 8, but they are slotted to add those additional grades as they get more established. Now, for your day-to-day groceries and needs, the quickest access for you at the moment is going to be the Safeway at Roxborough Marketplace, located on Rampart Range Road. Now, you do have another King Soopers, which is kind of like our Kroger's, which is perfect because the neighborhood is going to feel like you are out there a bit, but I think it's more likely to say that you are more on the edge of town versus out of town. Now, again, as Sterling Ranch continues to grow and develop, there are tons of plans for way more commercial and way more grocery stores and things like that to come into the actual neighborhood itself. But for now, plan on about a 5 to 15 minute drive, depending on where you want to go for your day-to-day groceries. Now, finally, let's talk about Roxborough State Park, because this is going to be one of the biggest draws, whether you're looking to move to Solstice or Sterling Ranch. Roxborough is one of the unsung heroes when it comes to state parks here in Colorado. You're looking at about 3,400 acres of protected land, and you have these beautiful, dramatic, like red rock type of stones that looks like the same rock that you're going to find in Red Rocks Amphitheater and Garden of the Gods, if you're familiar with that. But the beautiful part is you're going to find way fewer people and way less foot traffic here at Roxborough. You're going to have multiple hiking trails with some super easy trails you can take with the family, or if you're going out with some more experienced hikers, you can definitely get your fill of challenges, or really whatever it is that you're looking for in terms of the appropriate level of hiking for your skill level, which honestly is super important in Colorado, because I know me personally, I've been kind of surprised on some trails that I've gone on that were maybe a little bit more advanced than I had anticipated. So if you guys don't know, there are multiple levels to hiking here in Colorado, and any good trail guide or even just getting on their website and seeing explanations of the trails is really important, just to make sure you're not getting in over your head on whatever trail you go to choose from, especially if you plan on going out with kids or pets. Now, one of the coolest things about Roxborough are some of the views that you have back toward the city. So what's kind of funny is, it's beautiful to look at the mountains, but then when you're in the mountains, it's really cool to look back at Denver and be able to see sort of like the city and the mountains all together. But there are some gorgeous city views from within the mountains here at Roxborough, or honestly anywhere in Sterling Ranch and Solstice. So if you guys are into hiking or biking, or wildlife and nature and some of the best possible views without needing any amount of drive time or traffic or anything like that a lot of other people in the Denver metro area are going to be dealing with. And Solstice and Sterling Ranch is for sure one of the best options that you can look at all right now. So with that being said, guys, I hope this video was informative for you. I know both of these communities are going to be hot topics for us in the years to come, and they are definitely going to be coming across your radar if you're looking to make the move to Colorado, or if you currently live here and these have not been on your radar. I hope you add them to your list. And like we always say, guys, we are licensed real estate brokers. We'd love to help you out with any of your real estate needs. Feel free to call that number down below. We'll jump on a 30-minute Zoom call and help you come up with the best possible game plan to relocate or move within Colorado. So we'll see you guys next week, and thank you for watching.